Good. It's Matthew Johnson here. Service area Friday night. 3 stages are down for STPR 2012. There's been a fair bit of carnage already and some mechanical issues. We're going to check in with David Higgins here in a second as soon as we get a chance. He's had some issues with his front differential, as we understand. We've got Antoine Lestage and his Evos had some overheating issues. I believe Antoine's in the lead with some really good stage times. Then in super production, we've got a great battle going on. In two-wheel drive, we were really eager to see how ACP was going to do with his new brakes and everything, and if he could bring the battle to wheel orders. It appears that ACP's car is sitting on stage with the rear wheels missing from it. And I don't believe it was his fault necessarily, but we're going to find that out when we get a chance. But we'll grab David Higgins right now and check in with him. So, David, I hear you had to get your hands dirty today.
Yeah, obviously I'm a trained mechanic, which I was hoping those days were a bit behind me, but it's always good to know what you're doing around the car, and we stopped between sayers and we were trying to get some oil back into it, because where the front diff broke, it was losing all the oil from the bottom of the drive shaft. So we then tried to do a bit of a repair before, and we took it all apart and managed to get the case back together again and get some oil in it and try and limp through the last stage. So,
did the oil stay in it? Did you make it through the last stage, and did the rest of the gearbox, do you think, survive?
Yeah, obviously we've got through, and we've got when we got to the end of the stage, the first thing I did was checked it, and we probably lost maybe a litre of oil. So it's not a massive amount, and
sure, it wasn't empty.
The fact that we've been running the gearbox with engine oil and anything else that's wet that's been going into it, that might not have done as much good as anything else. But we've here, the guys have changed it now, so it's time to get our head down and try and claw back and get some time back.
Right, you got to claw back a fair bit of time for the front guys, right? What's that look like?
Yeah, we're about 3.5 minutes, I think, behind Antoine, and about 3 minutes behind Crazy.
Crazy.
So obviously it's the rallying, the fact that we're still going, the car's still going, you've still got a chance, but obviously the plan now is just to try and get as many points as we can, and just see what happens. Rally's always difficult, and it's never easy, so we'll keep fighting, keep seeing what we can do, and enjoy a bit of a clawback from behind.
Cool, it's always fun that way, and it's always easier to be the pursuer than the pursuee, but 3 minutes is a big bit of time to make up in an event. Well, we wish you luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Thanks. Yeah, we'll just march our way down the order here. Antoine.
Let's start here then.
Antoine. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah. This guy. You remember seeing this guy's face a couple different times, other times here in the championship so far? Antoine, you're having a pretty good day. Battling a little bit of overheating, but how's that going now?
Well, actually, it's pretty bad overheating. We're lucky to be here, actually, and I thought we would lose much more time than we did in the waste management out. Luckily, well, not luckily, but David had some big problems too. So and Leo, surprisingly, we were still able to do the fastest time. So we're leading by 30 seconds or something like that. So we're not happy because we have a lot of work tonight after the super special, but we can't complain because we're leading, and it could be much worse.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we wish you luck. We'll check you out in the super special, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. Gonna be exciting. Yeah. So. Well done. All right. I liked how David Higgins called Crazy Leo. He just referred to him as Crazy as a first name. Crazy Leo, what's shaking?
Well, we are here. We're in second place due to luck this time, but I'm overall happy with our pace.
Due to luck this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were, because David had problems, so
yeah,
doesn't count.
Okay.
So, but I'm still quite happy with the pace. We weren't too slow considering new event, new notes.
Right.
So
well, you told us earlier you were going to try a different style and work on the driver and adjust the driver's methods. How'd that work out?
You see, it's very hard to say because that stage is so technical. So I think it helps. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if we'd lost more in the past. So I think it helps, but it does take some mastering, I guess. It's not easy, but I mean, we're moving the right way.
Would you say the right way was more on the Crazy Leo side or more on the calm down Crazy Leo side?
Don't know. I haven't thought about it from that point of view. It's still, there's still some craziness to be taken through those corners. So it's possible.
Cool. Well, it's good to talk to you. Congratulations. Sounds like you're second place at the end of almost the end of the day here on Friday. Provided you don't climb up one of these banks and do something crazy in front of all the fans.
Yep.
Yeah, it was always on my mind. It's like, don't let me roll. Don't let me roll in front of all these people. Cool. See you, Carl. Good job, guys. All right, we're just going to cruise around here and see what other reports we can bring you from Day 1 STPR 2012. We've got some great battles all through the field. Like I said, in the two-wheel drive battle, unfortunately, we're already missing ACP, but we've still got a Chris Duplessis, Will Orders, Ross Scott, Dylan Van Way, great two-wheel drive battle there. Before we get down to those guys, I want to try to grab some of the SP Super Production interviews here. David, can you... So here we got David Sterricks, Super Production driver, 1 Oregon. How's this weekend going so far? How's your first day?
It's going well. We start pretty safe, so we are the position that we were supposed to be. In the last stage we had a little moment because there's a jump going up with a right, and I don't know, in the Ricky we were so close car to car that I didn't see the jump like it was in real, and we went flat out on it, and we took some serious air.
Is that the jump where if you air it out, you kind of land nose hard into the...
Yeah, we land on the nose and just next to a big rock.
Oh, okay.
And then we had directly a right 3 or 2.
Hopefully somebody got it on camera and we can check it out later. Aside from that moment, is everything else going well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is going well. I think by tomorrow I will be more confident with the notes and the roads. I'm still not 100% sure. So the gap that we have between the leaders and us is good. I'm happy with it.
Okay, excellent. We'll see you in the morning. Good luck tonight. Thanks, David. All right. Lachlan, would love to chat with you again when you get a chance. Okay. Talking with Lachlan O'Sullivan. Last time we spoke with him, he was leading Super Production by a bit, and you've done one more run of Waste Management. How'd it go for you?
I thought we were pressing really good, and we felt much more aggressive than going in, which we only lost 2 seconds or a second and a half to Ramana going in the first stage. But coming back, I think we lost over 10 seconds, and we felt like we were pushing a lot. And I talked to him; he was pushing too. But a couple little things that here and there, and so I guess we're bumped into second now by 10 seconds or whatever it is now. Still really close after one day, and we got a couple of super specials. So lots to go for tomorrow. And I mean, I'm glad the engine's running and there's not health issues. I think the tuner was going for rather horsepower than torque, and rallying we like torque. So the car to me feels way different, but it can't be that far off, if we're running really close to the 3 other guys in SP.
One thing I think is really cool here is that you're in a Mitsubishi and Ramana's in a Subaru. Here, almost 10 years after you guys first competed against each other in these different manufacturers, back in 03.
Very interesting. Yeah, last year we were both in Subarus, so I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, that's right. We were both factory drivers for the ones. That would be funny if we were swapped up right now. But yeah, that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that shakes out. Well, obviously getting through Friday night is a big goal here for STPR. We can talk about how hard we want to go and how hard we want to push tomorrow, but taking those chances in the tight trees and such tonight was probably smart to leave a little bit on the table.
So true, and we knew our car was kind of low, and we didn't want to mess with the suspension because it felt good, and there were some really bad gotchas in there. So we did take it easy on some of the rough stuff, where typically we would just be pounding the car in there. And I know we disappointed some spectators there and just kind of walked around some of the hairpins instead of just full on. But some other spectators got a show, so it was kind of like a little give and take just to make sure the car got through the stage.
Good deal. Well, we'll catch up with you later. Good luck for the rest of the night. Lachlan and Sullivan there. Okay. Don't know if we've got a Raman Alagaman hanging out currently. I think he snuck off to feed himself and co-driver. How about we talk with Ross since he's right here. Mr. Ross Allen.
How you going?
What's happening?
Just loving the roads out there at the moment.
How do you stand right now in two-wheel drive? Do you know?
I think going into the last stage out in the bush, we just got told we're in.
Out in the bush. Do you hear him say that? Out in the bush?
Yeah, we're in third. So, but had a bit of an overshoot on the last one, so I think we dropped down to fourth.
Okay, with who passed you?
I think Duplessis just got us. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So
who's in second? What's that make it? We've got Will leading. Is Chris second?
Well, Chris was second, so I'm not too sure.
Okay, Chris was second, and you were around third. How about Eddie McNelly? Is he the guy you're battling with?
Could have been.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out some of these details here.
Well, we were waiting for times to come through before, so still not too sure on the time.
So the cars haven't been here for long. They've been here in service for 30 minutes, and so the time cards are going through their process to be made official times, and then we'll get a printout. We'll actually be able to speak about what's what and who's who. So what did you think of the stage, and are you ready for the stages tomorrow? Do you think they'll be better for you?
Getting a bit of a feel for the forest stage on number 2 today. I'm looking forward to them a lot. The waste management stage wasn't as bad as when we went through at Recce. We thought it was going to cut up a lot more, and then having another 60 cars over it, we thought it was going to chop itself out, but held up quite well, and very nice, tight and technical stage, so sorted out quite well.
Well, we saw Ross come through the first corner of the whole rally, coming that downhill bit of camber in a road on a loose surface.
One right.
Yeah, one right over a lot of rough rocks. And you looked super comfortable in the car. You got the car pointed the right way nice and early and right back on the throttle. You were one of only 2 people in the field I really thought were going to pelt me with rocks as I was standing there. But it looked good. It looked like you were comfortable and ready to go for it.
Yeah, no, the car's actually handled the rough terrain quite well. We've raised the height a little bit after Oregon just due to the rough rocks up there. But, yeah, didn't hit any. The cars went into a bit of a limp mode just because of how tight and technical it was, but talking to the rest of the field, a lot of their cars overheating problems and all that as well, so it probably paid a lot in our advantage of the overheating because we only could short shift at 4,000 RPM, so it means we weren't revving it and getting the traction on the ground a lot easier. So
yeah, for sure. Well, good to chat with you. We'll catch up with you either later tonight or in the morning.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Ross. Ross Allen, Summit Innovations there. There's Will. See if we can grab some Will orders. Talk. Mr. Will Orders.
How are you, mate?
What's shaking?
Oh, just cruising along.
Well, you look like you're a man on a mission today so far. These times are looking pretty impressive.
Yeah, just trying to drive as fast as we can. Probably not even as safe as we should, but just driving as fast as we possibly can.
It looked like you had 16 seconds on Chris, the first run through Waste Management?
Yep.
Something like that?
Yep.
What about the second run? Do you know?
I think we took 20 again, but I think Chris might have had a flat tyre or something towards the end, so I don't know, but I think we've got about a 40-second lead now, so that's not too bad. We're pretty happy.
That's pretty nice for day one of a 2-day rally to come out and go hard like that and come in the day with around a 40-second lead. What do you think of super special stages like this? Do you think they're for the fans or for the drivers?
Oh, they're definitely for the fans, but it's what we've got to do to make it exciting for the fans. So, we put on as much of a show as we can and, go as hard as possible. So,
well, you got 40 seconds to play with. I think you ought to really do it up out here.
Depends who we're up against.
Cool, Will. Congrats. Right. Good job on day one.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, moving right along here. If I could find a Chris Duplessis, I'd love to ask him a question or two. I don't see him currently. Let's move on down the line, see who we do find. Like I said before, it's the time for a lot of folks to try to eat. This is a day that starts kind of midday. It's hard to make sure you've gotten your lunch and all that kind of important stuff. So one of the big stories of today has been the rain, or lack thereof. I've been talking about, oh my God, it's gonna rain and everything's gonna flood on Waste Management stage, but everybody got lucky. We're able to clear that stage both directions without getting rained on or any significant amount there. We did not see the huge ruts and big mud piles that we thought we might see there. So things have turned out quite good. In fact, let's grab a Chris Greenhouse to chat with. I'm really curious to hear about his times. Oh, do you see? Oh, there's a Dylan. We'll go grab Dylan Manway first while Chris gets parked. Then we'll check in with him. Dylan. Oh, interesting choice of tire. That's probably a really good tire if it rains out here.
Yeah, we're actually praying for rain now. It's taking a gamble. With it being short like this, if it rains, there's a lot of time that we can make up. If it doesn't rain, we're only going to lose a little bit, So
I agree. You don't have much to lose on this tire and a lot to gain if the conditions are right.
Right, so that's what we're hoping for. We had some issues on stage 3, so hopefully with this tire choice, if it pays out, we can make some time back.
What were your issues on stage 3?
Oh, we had fogging issues, and I'm new to this car, so we had no idea how to turn the defroster on. So the window fogged up. I mean, at one point in the stage, we actually had to stop and wipe the windscreen just because I could not see. So we got to figure out how to work the fans now, so it should be a little better, but, it cost us.
That's really frustrating. But would you say moving forward that you feel pretty comfortable in the R2? Are you ready to, really open it up and go for it?
Oh, definitely. It handles very similar to the EcoBoost Fiesta. It's just drive it way differently. So in the corners, it feels the same. When you're coming into them, it's a bit different. You got to really wring this thing's neck, go way high in the revs, and don't be afraid to downshift. You know, I've never in a rally car, you know this, you go into first gear, but in the R2, first gear is a usable gear. So I just have to get used to that, and I think we're just going to keep getting faster.
Very cool. Eddie McNally, every time I know he's the one coming next because I think I hear 9,000 RPM of something just being beat to within an inch of its life, and it's usually Eddie. So I'm sure he's figured out something about how to drive these R2s. Cool. Dylan Van Way, everybody. Getting used to a new car this weekend. We look forward to seeing how he's shaking out against the two-wheel drive crowd when we get some results out here. Cool, man. Good to see you. All right, well done. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to grab a Chris Greenhouse, see if he's still shaking from what's going on out here.
Yeah, a little
Chris,
bit.
how's it going?
Surprisingly well. Waste management was a stage a lot of people don't like because it's rough and it eats car parts, as it did eat ACP's car.
Yeah,
there's not much. There's about half his cars left out there. So,
Yeah,
but anyways, go back to my thing. Waste management is a stage that I have done very well on in the past, and we're taking to this pretty quick. That was a good one because it was not extremely fast. A little bit more twisty, and I kind of like that a little bit better to kind of learn this thing a little bit. We'd set good time, not the fastest time. Yeah, we'll learn the car. We'll get it figured out, but I'm actually pretty happy with where we're at. I think we're, fifth, sixth, something like that, but that's about where we expected to be, and I'm happy with that. So,
Do you believe you might turn that 5th or 6th place into a podium position tomorrow, or are you not really worried about that and just going to focus on learning the car?
you know, it's so easy to sit there and say, oh, I just want to learn the car. I'm not going to go out there and go crazy.
We're all lying. We're all lying if we say that.
And then that cloud of red mist can start swirling, and then you say, oh, I really want to go out there and go fast. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you're here. This shows he is a driver with quite a bit of experience. He's here in a much faster car than before, and I don't see any dents in the car. I think he's pretty proud of that. That's worth being proud of.
Yeah,
Good
right.
job, man.
All right.
Yeah, you got it. Chris Greenhouse, when he gets that car figured out, he's going to be a constant threat. I don't know if I am causing a bit of trouble here for a person trying to use reverse. That's Gary Gill and his brand new super production Subaru. It's a really pretty pearl. Let's go get Eddie McNally. Come on down here. Eddie! What's up, wild man?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good, very good.
Good deal. Here with Eddie McNally, Ole Holter. I think you guys are going well. Are you guys talking about times these days?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How you doing in the class?
I don't know that.
Oh, third.
Yeah.
All right, they're third in two-wheel drive right now. That's something to brag about in this field of two-wheel drive cars. I got to say, when you came through the first hairpin of the whole event, that right one on the very first stage, it's like crown, loose road, and then into very rocky and down.
Yeah.
You look like you're going pretty damn fast.
Yeah,
there.
we were definitely going pretty fast, and it wasn't what I wanted to do, but it worked out, so we got it.
Well, having that mindset to just be like, you know what, I'm not going to go slow in this technical crap. I'm going to rip it up in my R2, and that's what it looked like. It looked like you were having a blast.
Yeah, you should have seen us after. So we was smoking hot, so it was awesome.
Did you go faster the second time through or the first?
Well, it felt fast, but one corner caught me out, and we lost a little bit of time. I had to back up, so you know how it is.
I hear you're not the only person to have used reverse on that stage, actually, the second time through.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's just tricky. You're on one road, and then on a twisty road, and then on a big road, and a small road, and then you're going through the trees, and it's like...
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is the funnest stage. It's so fun, you know.
Cool. Well, we're glad you're doing well. Good to see you. We'll catch you later. Have fun on the Super Special. All right, guys. Later. Yep. Okay, why don't we wrap this for now, organize some folks, and then get some interviews in a little bit. This is Matthew Johnson. I'm signing off from my first set of interviews here at the service after 3 stages in the 2012 STPR Rally. We feel the rain is imminent, but we're hoping it's going to hold off long enough for folks to run some Super Specials, get back to town, and get rested up for day 2 tomorrow.
So thanks for coming out.